All right, good morning, everybody. At least it's morning for me. It might be afternoon or evening where you are, or if you're watching later on YouTube, who knows when. This is the inaugural stream for the Bill Gregg Open 1v1 tournament. We've ended up with 60 signups for this tournament. We got a prize pool over $1,000 thanks to an anonymous donor. And this is the stream that will kind of start everything off. We've got the brackets ready to reveal, we've got the matches, and we've got the randomized map sets that we will go over with you guys. Now, when I say we, who do I mean by we? There is me, and who's with me?
It's me. I'm here. Hi, my name's BoIt. I don't know if you know me or not, but I'm helping.
That's all you got to say about yourselves?
That's it. That's all I got.
um, So yeah, if you guys just let us know in the chat if the volume is messed up between me and Boyd or whatever, let us know. We can kind of edit things here and there, but we should be live. Everything should be working, I think. So let us know if it's not. We got good volume. So yeah, so real quick, I guess we'll go over just for those of you who maybe aren't familiar what our rules are. I'll go through a quick little set of them. On screen, you should be able to kind of see some of it on the top left. Um, is that no, we are not playing. We're just going over the start. So over $1,000 in prizes. That's split all the way down to the top 8. We thought it'd be nice to kind of spread the money out a little bit rather than it just be really selective. Hosted by Boit and me. Um, Organized on Discord, and if you should be able to put the exclamation point BGO in chat, and I think it'll pull up with a link. I hope I did that right. If not, whoops. We can maybe fix that while we're streaming. But nope, it doesn't look like it's working. So um, anything, actually, let me set that up. But you can go through with the rest of the rules and such.
Alrighty then. Thank you. What have we said? Okay, so I think one of the cool things about this tournament is we've got the single elimination. You can get through some of those games really quickly, but then when we get to the round of 8, the final 8 competitors in the bracket, they're gonna have double elimination. So that's gonna really lock everybody into like a pretty firm spot where they belong in the tournament. So you'll have a first place, a second place, third place, fourth place, and then there'll be a tied 5 and 6 and a tied 7 and 8. So that's that thing. Due to popular demand, or is that the right term? Whatever we had to make, well, we chose to make this an open god choice. So those set mains didn't whine too much about having to play gods that aren't set. That's a jab at everybody who only plays one god, but that's fine. And they're all going to be best of fives. We're not going to change that at all throughout the tournament, so that the finals aren't going to be some crazy marathon run of games like in the past. We've had like best of nines, best of 12s, which have always been sort of hype. But given that it's double elimination, it just felt like a little bit too much, too many games just in all. So we're just going to go best of fives. If you lose one of the best of fives, don't worry, you got another one to play. You get the chance to come back and take the tournament from behind.
In the top
And
8.
then in the
Double
top
limb
eight,
starts in
yes,
the
that's
top 8.
correct.
And we might have like a best of 7 maybe for like the finals or something like that. But to be determined.
Okay. Mm. And then the final cool thing is we're going to give everyone a chance to practice on the maps that they're going to be playing on by predetermining the random maps. So that means that what we're going to be doing pretty much now is we're going to be rolling a random seed generator, whatever you want to call it. We're going to be picking everybody's maps. We're going to be going through each of the matches. There's going to be 30 matches in the first round, given we have 60 participants. There's 4 buys given to who we deem to be the current 4 best players. It's very subjective, so don't get your knickers in a knot over it. Yeah, should we just get into it?
I think so. What we thought we might start off with is just going over the maps real quick. Gives us a little bit of time for people to pull in so that they're catching the matches. So yeah, we tried to get Boyd's face, but we were neither of us are quite technical geniuses. So one thing I'm going to do real quick is we're just going to go over the maps. So the first map I'm looking at here is going to be what's called Arctic Craters. So yeah, we have a pool of 7 special maps, one of which will appear in each of the 5 map sets. And this is one of the 7, which is Arctic Craters. You can see it's pretty unusual. All the town centers are in these little craters. There's no trees in your starting little crater, so you kind of got to come out and grab them. It also uses the unknown part of AOM, which is the ranged bonus when you have elevation. So if you have units on the top of the cliff, they actually do 25% more damage to units at the bottom if you're shooting all the way from there. So that's kind of cool and something you don't see very often. So it'll kind of give like a attacker's advantage on this map. You also have 2 starting gold mines in this one. And then we'll move on to the next one, which is, we go from Arctic Craters down to Borderlands, which is really cool. The players start just across from each other on this map, but there's a line of trees right here with a good amount of hunt too as well. Usually spawns on this map. You get a gold mine. So if you're Norse, it's kind of cool. You can burn burn right through the forest, and now you're all of a sudden right next to each other. So that's a kind of a cool little thing there.
Yeah, as Shelty just said, imagine forest fire there because it's because you know what map it is leading up to it. You get to choose which god you play on that map, and you should come up with your own strategies to play for these specific maps with a specific god if you want to do well.
hmm And the next one I'm looking at now is Drenched River, which is kind of a higher hunt map, but a lot of the hunt is forward. And then you've got kind of these 3 shallows that connect each player. And then you've also got, these water in between. So if people wall up the shallows like crazy, you can always just build a dock and transport right on through to your opponent. And other than that, this map's pretty straightforward. And now we'll move on to Fields of Punishment, which is
These
maybe
names are so good.
most of them. There's one that I'm not quite sure of. So Fields of Punishment is an Erebus style map with a lot of starting boar and stuff scattered throughout the map, and some elk, and there are in the middle. Just maybe you'll have a few of these walking berry bushes that will attack you. Just don't be worried. They only have like 30 hit points, so when they see you and attack you, you can fight back. The only thing, that does hurt the Atlanteans. Um, Scouting, because obviously the oracles can't fight back. Yeah, the terrain not necessarily the greatest, but it is, you know, some people like Erebus, so it's nice to kind of throw that in there. Other than that, this map is pretty standard. Just not there's not any wood in the middle. And then the next one is Moat, which is kind of like Midgard in a way. But then on the outside, you have this extra little set of land with a few gold mines. Otherwise, all the hunt is kind of stuck in the middle, and you have a decent amount of fish. The fish is kind of similar to um, Midgard. The hunt is a little bit more. So this is pretty cool as well. I like it. I think maybe sometimes you'll see people being able to sneak some villagers off to the gold on the edge. And if you ever have any
Yeah,
more comments, feel free to jump in.
yeah. I played a couple of these maps, and this one in particular was really funny. I Athena rushed an Egyptian, and he built a transport ship and moved his villagers over to one of the outside golds, and I just thought I'd gold starved him, and he just came back and destroyed me.
Yeah, and
It's
then
good. It's good.
next one we're looking at Lumber Camp, which this is the one, the name I'm not really sure why they picked this one, but that's what it's called. And you can see this pretty much spawns the kind of the same. It's a little bit of a cookie cutter map where you've got This one here, you got a direct little river that connects both players with some fish that kind of are in the middle, and then town centers will spawn one at a sign.
Yeah,
This.
I like these I like these water maps that don't have like an obnoxious amount of fish. So it's like if you win the water, it's not like game over, and if you lose the water, it's not the end of the world.
Hmm.
So
But at the
I
end,
like them.
siege ships would be pretty big in the middle. But we'll see.
Yeah, you control a lot.
Let's see, we're getting down towards the end. So that was moat and
Well,
then
that's
lumber camp.
actually
Okay, then we have the last one is Tropical Mirage, which is a very open map other than a few cliffs, and then you've got your town centers on these little green, I guess, kind of oases, I suppose you could say, with hunt kind of near them, but the gold mines will always spawn in kind of the desert area. So you can grab your gold mine or your town centers for food, but if you want gold, they're usually kind of out in the middle of nowhere. So again, a pretty cool, I think, a little bit more of maybe an aggressive style map. So I like it. The town centers are also tend to be very, very aggressive in this one. And is that all of them? I think that's all of them, unless I missed one. Which, if we missed one, oh well. Okay, so that's the brief little map overview. And now we will slide back into our map set here. So we're going to go through, show each match, and then each map set for each map. And it's going to be awesome. So we are going to start off. You ready to start going through the
I'm ready.
players?
Let's get this happening,
All
man.
right, so we had 60, no, we had 50, yeah, 60 signups, and we have 4 buys. So we have 56 players in this first round, which means 28 games. So they're going to see a few of our top upper players that will be playing like some pretty low rated players, which that always kind of sucks for the low rated player, but such is, I guess, the game of life. So we'll see a decent number of kind of what looks like on paper anyway, kind of uneven matches, but with so many players, we're going to have a lot of good matches in this first round. So our first one I'm going to put on stream. Some may be wondering, did this individual get a buy? The answer is no. So no buy for Brickhead, who plays against actually his clanmate, Savali. So that is our first match. And then our map.
Very exciting.
Yep. So Brickhead, probably the best Norse in the tournament, and this is his set of maps that he gets to play. Now I've got the images that should be showed up on your screen. The new special map I've got denoted it gets an asterisk to help for easy determination. So that should be pretty awesome for you guys. So looking at the map, so the map set is so cool because every series will play a little bit differently just based on the maps itself. So we've got like Frozen Waste, Blue Lagoon, Borderlands, Oasis, Painted Desert, if you get that far. So I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's preset, so everybody knows what maps are coming in into their match. So it's pretty cool, I think. And our next set here. Hold on. Let's take a little bit to get this.
Also, I don't know if we mentioned it, but it's blind pick. So the map, so you don't get to know what your opponent's playing. It's blind pick the entire tournament. So you get to know the map. You don't get to know the opponent's god. Yeah.
So we did kind of mostly seed most of the players. We mainly focused on like the top 16, top 32. So most of these players are seeded, but a lot of players, we're all in just like the 1700 range, 1750 range. So we kind of just threw them in one big kind of pool. No, everyone will not play on the same map. So we go now to, I'm going to delete this match number because that just will confuse me. I'm trying to get that in. So
I see.
that will just confuse me trying to do all that. So Brickhead versus Savali, and then our next one is Chemo versus Techno Cleaner, who's kind of an unknown player. He's about 1600 or so. But we got Chemo, the big will he go Ra. He's always in. I know he's always in Voobly arguing about how Ra sucks. So I don't know if he's going to do Ra in the tournament. He's every time I log on. Well, not every time, but almost every time he argues that. Starts sending me flame messages about how I have destroyed Ra. So no, if you're wondering, the next round will not be Brickhead versus Chemo. When BoIt sent these lists to me, he kind of
Look, I might have stuffed it up, all right? I might have stuffed it up.
That's what I wanted, was so that we could see who comes next, but it didn't quite. It didn't quite end up that way.
Look, once we finish with the map reveals, we'll go into the bracket. It'll be fine. Everyone will see what's going on.
Mm-hmm. And these are their map sets that they will play with. So this is how it's going to work, is that, yeah, each one gets their different map sets here. So when I was making the randomized sets, it was kind of interesting just to see like what maps were like, seemed like they were coming up more than others, which was kind of cool, I thought. So yeah, our first few matches that we're going to be seeing are going to be more of our one-sided matches. So our next one will be More Champion versus Narvi. Some say Narvi is the most handsome guy in the AOM community. So that's who More gets to play, Narvi. What do you think?
I totally agree with you.
So Narvi, I know Narvi's a good guy. I think a lot of people like him. So I know people. More Champion is kind of the public enemy #1, I suppose you could say. So I think Narvi.
He's a funny dude, to say the very least.
Yeah. Also kind of the villain. Yeah, it's the villain of the tournament. And that's their map set down there. They get to start off on the special map, Moat. So the special map is randomized in the top 5. It does kind of tend to be towards the first few games based on how the randomizer I did worked. So you'll typically see it towards the first few games, because once one of the special maps got selected, then I removed it from the map pool. So mathematically it was kind of cheated towards the beginning, which is good anyway, because we want to see all of these new maps anyway, rather than the same ones over and over. More Champion versus.
Did we just
What's up?
Checking. Did we just miss one?
Oh, we did miss one. You're right.
Okay.
See, that's why we're tag teaming this.
Yes, we're in here together.
I did skip one. Okay, so we skipped one, actually. So I like this one too. So we also got Matrius versus Gaia Sucks, which I do like the name.
I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. Now is the question, does that mean he will play Gaia or whoever this may be? We do not know. But yeah, Matrius versus Gaia Sucks. So yeah, these are more of our kind of one-sided matches, and Matrius versus Gaia Sucks should be this next map pool here that we are looking at. What are we looking at? So see, the organization is good, but sometimes lots of I've actually noticed. I think Frozen Waste has been in maybe every pool so far. Gaia Sucks actually does play with Gaia. That's kind of funny. And then Oasis. So we're getting to the next one here. Blue Lagoon. Yeah, Blue Lagoon. Our next match is Hell's Ravage versus Ryan 202, and their maps will appear. Their maps will appear on the bottom. Some very colorful maps actually in this map set. We've got lots of nice color here. Is this the order of players in seed? Mostly. Yeah, this is kind of in the player seed order in a way. what we've got here. Not exactly, but pretty close to it. So I know there's some people who question Hill's skills, so we will see. Does he deserve to be towards the top, or will he fade out and lose to Ryan 202 in the first round? Well, and yes, the initial maps will be one-sided because that's kind of how it seeds. So we've got Dot Fox as our next match versus SNP number 4.
And what does SNP stand for? That's what I want to know.
I don't know
Is it
either.
just snip?
I am not sure.
Or who knows?
Dang it. Oops, I just deleted all of my matches. Dang it. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to talk for a little bit while I fix this.
Anyways, we've got watering hole, painted desert, Mediterranean, that map which I do not know the name of because I'm not researched up enough on this.
Drenched River is that one.
Say that again, sorry?
Drenched River.
Drenched River.
Yeah.
Drenched River and Marsh. So this is it's an interesting one. We'll see what the guys pick. We've got an ISIS mate, so he's got to be happy seeing the watering hole, I guess. I don't know what SNP4 plays. Maybe he's an Uranus player, so all maps are good for Atlantean, so except for the defensive ones. Maybe he's unhappy that he gets painted desert, he gets Medit, and he gets he gets all the other ones, I guess. So how are we going?
Okay, we're ready. We're ready to the next one. And we'll start getting to some of our closer matchups after like these first 10 or 15 or though. So
hang on, I don't think we've done a map for Fox and SNP4 yet.
Oh, we didn't.
This is Hell's and Ryan's maps.
Dang it. Hold on. So this should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 6 map set. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, you're right. Okay. You are correct. Is 6 map set. Okay. Alrighty. So here are their matches. No, this is... Who is a Smurf? SNP4? No, it's not a Smurf.
We have a very strong no smurfing rule. If you are found smurfing, you will be removed.
All right, the next match is Sensway versus Spencer AOM. So yeah, you'll see a lot of kind of unknown players in these first ones here. But here are their map set. Ghost Lake, Painted Desert, Fields of Punishment. We'll see if Spencer's able to punish Sensui on this map. And let's see, we'll try to get it going a little bit on these. We got time. We got time. Plenty of time here.
It's going pretty quick.
Oh yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Let me edit this on. So yes, Sensui, the return of Sensui. I have not, as far as I know, he hasn't been playing for a while. I did have to contact a few of the other Brazilians when I saw him sign up because I wasn't sure if it was a real Sensui, and they confirmed it was him, and they said that he's kind of been AFK because of some health issues. So they said he's doing better. So Sensui, if you are watching, we are glad you are feeling better. Good to see, and we'll see how long it takes for him to get up to his full potential. He was seated a little bit lower than he would have been at full potential, obviously, because he hasn't played for so long. So we'll see if he's able to kind of shake off the rust in these first week or two and be able to get through the rest of the tournament. What do you think of Sensui coming back?
Excited, man. Whenever anybody from the old days comes back, it's a good time.
Sure
Everyone knows the old experts are better than the new ones, right? Am I right?
Yes, true, very true. True that. All right, we will move on to Gold Lion versus Repeater. So there's 2 repeaters. There's a cheeky repeater, and then there is just a repeater in our player list. They are different people too, if you're wondering. And this is their map set that we see on the bottom. Bunch of land maps, and then, well, actually, we do got Midgard and then Lumber Camp there towards the end. So, yeah, this is the second. These maps suck so much. You don't like these. So that's one thing. Like that. That was kind of funny when I was looking at the random map sets as they were coming up. I was looking at them like, wow, these are maps I don't want to play on. And there are others where like, I'd love to play on this set.
Yeah. We did skip the
Oh,
overwatch
we did.
just
We
then. So
did. Thank you. Thank you. This guy, you are helping me
I
out
got you.
here.
I got you, man. I'm on this.
So I do need to write to Gold Lion in on our match thing here. Can you guys see the matches okay on your screen? As far as the kind of ongoing list I've got over there. But yeah, we did skip a match. He is not Cheeky Repeater. He is just Repeater. So we did miss
Cheeky
Odin,
Repeat is definitely in here.
Odin King 12 versus Medusa Macro. Um, I don't know who Medusa Macro is. Oh, there's Loki Macro. You are correct. So Odin King versus Loki Macro. Let's see, confuse me. Okay. Yeah, Medusa Macro is Loki Macro. That's who. Oh, Odin King is in the map too. So he's in the chat anyway. So here's your matchup, Odin King, and here are your maps. So you'd better take some notes. All right, let's fix this.
It's okay for everyone. For everyone playing at home, I am writing these maps down. They will be
Are you?
in the old Discord.
You are? Okay, because
Yep.
I've kind of fallen behind trying to write them. You better forfeit now. Yes, it's over for Odin King. Okay, so now let's move on. Our next one is a pretty routine EE player. Yes, Cam did come back. You're right. He showed up. He's up way too soon. He's supposed to only be up at 6:30 and it's 6:08. But our next one, Chesophilis versus Ostro 11. And here are their maps right here. Chesophilis plays a lot of EE. He also plays a lot on Voobly. He's kind of in my opinion, he's pretty decent actually. Just doesn't get a whole lot of love because
He's a good player, dude. He's really good.
not a lot of people know him because he usually doesn't sign up for like our Voobly tournaments. But he's a pretty solid player. He is pretty solid. I got this buys into the round of 32. We'll go over the buys now. If you're top player and you haven't seen yourself in, you probably can assume you have a buy because we do have 4 buys. Next one.
Sorry. What's that? What's that? Special map called?
That is Tropical Mirage. That's the one with the pyramids and stuff.
Mirage. Nice.
Yeah, he's pretty good. Next one is Three-Eyed Odin versus Mito. Now, isn't Three-Eyed Odin known? Is that Shenanigans? Do you know, BoIt?
I don't know.
From AOM? Because Three-Eyed Odin is typically a vanilla player.
I'm gonna
it's
go
No Mercy.
He
Okay.
may or may not be.
That's No
yeah,
Mercy.
Okay, he's No Mercy.
Okay. Right. Sometimes I get Shenanigans and No Mercy mixed up. Honestly, I get a lot of the vanilla players mixed up. I think they're all the same person.
So, yeah, No Mercy, also known as Shadowfax or Ori, is like probably best or second best, like pure Nilla player.
Did I update their maps?
Lots of Titans, so he's very, very good. No.
Okay, you're right. I did not update their maps, so order. Move to top. This is... Okay. Here are their maps, anyway. Marsh, Lumber Camp, Blue Lagoon, Midgard, and a Painted Desert. And I think somebody did mention that you have a lowercase p in your name. Oh man, we need to fix that. Let me get you there, man. I'm all about the people. Just so little p. Fearless. How's that
That's
work?
my fault. You can blame me for that one. It was definitely unintentional.
All right, next one. Okay. Move on. Yeah, no Anatolia yet. You're all right. Anatolia. Did not want to show up. Next
And
one
it's random. Well, it's random. What can you say?
is this doesn't even fit in my screen. These names are so long. Count Von Count versus Loki Alex. And I hope I put Anatolia in the random map set. Otherwise, that would be awkward that it doesn't show up. I guess we could fix that for the next round. But yeah, Count Von Count, he isn't quite as active as he used to be, which kind of notched his rating down, his seating down a little bit.
Yeah. He used to be very, very good, man.
Let me
Very,
look.
very good.
Now I'm worried that if I did not have Anatolia in the map sets, which that's a major fail. But we're not gonna change it now. Let me see. Oh, let's see. Map selection, map sets. Where is my text? Let's see. Anatolia. Do we have any in here? Nope, it's in here. It's in here. We just have not seen it yet. So it is. It's just randomizer has not been happy to Anatolia or nice to it. Yeah, Count by Count is still very good.
Mm-hmm.
Let me add him in on the list and we will move on to the next one. Yes, Loki Alex. So as we get down these lists here, we're going to get to more and more even matches. And we've got next is Shinny versus I Go Heimdall. Now I think Shinny primarily plays on the extended edition. He's pretty good. Older player too.
Dude, he's been around for longer than me. So I remember the first game I took off him.
Well, so Shinny versus I Go Heimdall. I Go Heimdall, he plays quite a bit. He's pretty decent. So he'd have a chance here to play. And now we do have Anatolia. There's the first Anatolia for you, big guy. People wondering where the Anatolia was. But we have Anatolia has finally showed its head. And we've got Shinny versus I Go Heimdall. Do we have Domitas in the chat? I think I saw him. He is about to show up on our screen. Domitas versus Rangers, who is another person that is kind of coming back. Rangers in the past was a pretty solid player. And Domitas also really good as well. So Rangers was a really good player back in the olden days. Like I remember him from like 6 years ago. But he has not been around for quite a while, so he will have to shake off the rust. Rangers, I think historically was an Egyptian ISIS, I think. That he played. But yeah, I think mainly ISIS. So there's your maps, Domitas. And so you guys know, we will be editing and updating the Discord for all of you guys to give you guys all of your map sets in the Discord, so it's easier for you to see rather than trying to remember or watch the stream. So we are all about you, you guys, the peoples. Okay, the next one. Yeah, we are starting to get some interesting matches here. That'll start getting pretty close. We've got my buddy Wiz is in this next match, and he is against WKT Ulysses, who plays a lot of Zeus and can play some pretty good Zeus at times. And other times seems like he kind of true lokes it and is very clumsy, but he can play pretty good. And Wiz is also kind of an up and down player, where sometimes he plays good, sometimes he doesn't. So we'll see. Wiz plays Uranus, Ulysses plays Zeus. So let's get those.
That'll be an interesting match.
When's the first match? It's up to players now to schedule. So this is kind of the inaugural. This is the beginning, and then players can start scheduling. We are hoping to get these games in 1 week. So players will have to schedule. I mean, we're not going to delay the game for a bunch of delay the tournament for a bunch of lazy schedulers. If you don't schedule, you're just out. Bye. See you, Nora. On your way.
Yeah.
Be on with you. We have no time for that. So players in the chat, take note. Aren't these my maps? Dang it, you're right. I keep
What? No,
forgetting.
no, no, no. No. The mountains and ranges was Blue Lagoon, Savannah, Borderlands, Oasis, Alfheim. Ulysses and Wiz is Oasis, Marsh, Borderlands, Painted Desert, Savannah.
So they are
Not a
different.
double, not a double up. The same special map, but definitely different.
Yep, they're different. They're different. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
Where is Chrono versus BoIt? I'm coming. Where do you have me on this list?
Hey man, not my fault.
No, we switched them. We switched them. And our next one is Mythic Snake. That guy, I don't know who he is really, but he talks a lot. So if you think,
Oh, you missed one. But
oh, I
go
did.
ahead.
I did miss one. You're right. Sorry.
That's all right. We'll do this one. That's all right.
Yeah, this guy talks way too much for me. Already one person that we already kind of have warned to keep the drama out of the Discord. But he's playing Libertine. Libertine is another old guy, and by old guy I mean he's old like me. I think Libertine is maybe older than me or about there. So we'll see. Sometimes age before beauty, I suppose. I don't know if Mythic Snake is even beautiful at all anyway. But yeah, Mythic Snake, from the way he talks, you'd think that he's as good as Shelty. So we'll see. He's going to have to back up all of his talk, you know.
That's true. Yeah.
You know. So we'll add that. I did update the maps. You got these maps written down?
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the match I skipped. This will be another kind of hero slash villain, maybe a little bit here. Nyan Racing Cat versus Trulok. Our man from Poland, Trulok, with the endless money bags versus Nyan Racing Cat. So yeah, Nyan should be able to win this. Nyan is a really, I like Nyan as a player. He's solid, for sure. And it's too late for you to sign up, man. You can be as a reserve if somebody drops out right away. But it is too late. And if you couldn't figure out how to sign up for over a week, then maybe you're just too incompetent to be in the tournament anyway. So yeah, Nyan Racing Cat versus Trulok. You got their maps?
Damn. Yeah, man.
All right. Okay, so we skipped that one. Oh, here comes another fan favorite in this net matchup here. Mickey, very fan favorite, versus Leor. And their maps. Fields of Punishment, Oasis, Marsh, Midgard, and Savannah. No, Ostro did not sign up 15 minutes ago. He signed up like 4 days ago. So sorry, you can knock it off. He's already in my list. We put him in the list yesterday, so he had to have signed up. So yeah, Mickey Hay versus Leor. Now this one, I would have seeded this player probably higher if it were purely up to me, but that's okay. You know what?
He's the random number man.
I think this guy could be a lot higher than end up pretty well high up in the tournament. I Kill You Die versus Young Guns. I Kill You Die is another really good player. He plays a lot of team games, probably more team games than 1v1, but he's good. And I think he could do some damage. For as far down as he is seated, I think he could do some damage from where he's at. Young Guns, he's just kind of a random Vooblier. He's there, you know. We got a lot of random guys signing up for this tournament too, like probably about 10 to 15, which is cool to have people that aren't normally involved
Yeah, man.
playing. And did I didn't put Nyan Racing Cat versus Trulok on our game list. Yes.
Yeah, it's really good for for all the new guys to get in and get involved, because like there's nothing better than getting your butt whooped in a really intense matchup to get that itch for what the game's supposed to be like. Get in there, experience it.
I'm capping on chat. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm typing real loud here. All right, let's try to kind of fit these in. This is about as small as I'm going to be able to make it, I think. And we'll delete that. Are we going to see some matches today? Probably not. We might. If people are really.
I think there. Look, I think there is there's still another tournament going on, and I think there's some players who can play at an E tournament. So after this is finished, maybe they'll play their games.
Okay, and we will paste duplicate here, and I think, oh man, we're gonna have to narrow these players down in order to fit all of this in, because I am running out of room. But anyway, we will move on to the next matchup, which this could be a little bit interesting here. Swiss Boy in the chat. Sorry, I think you have an I at the end of your name and not a Y. Versus Mahi, who is another one of those older players. He actually, this is a throwback. Back in 2004, 2005, Mahi was in the Tioeo clan with me. So he is an old player, and he's decent. Being 17 under 1750, but he just came back after a long hiatus, so maybe 1700.
Yeah, these matchups we're getting into now are going to be very close, I think.
Yeah, I think Swiss Boy has this. Did I change his maps though?
Nope.
I didn't. You are right. I did not. So order all the way to the top. Swiss Boy versus Mahi. There are their maps. And let me write this. Is this fitting in my screen here? Okay, yeah, we're all right. Swiss Boy versus Mahi. Right there. Nice maps for Swiss. Well, okay, yeah. Frozen Waste, Alfheim, Ghost Lake, Drenched River, and then Painted Desert. There are 60 players in total, 4 get buys. Next one also should be a pretty good match. We're going to see a lot of good matches, I think, coming up here. And our next one, Iron Maiden, another old player versus Mr. BoIt, who plays a lot of extended edition.
Both these guys play extended edition, and I think they played each other quite a bit. So I was pretty. I laughed a little bit when they matched up against each other, to be honest. So it'll be interesting.
EE League seeding. Yeah, this is gonna be. Yeah, we're getting into a lot of close matches here to end our bracket. So now we're getting towards all of the middle seeded players. And oh no, I see me on this list here. Over the seeds, I'm not sure. When we load up the brackets, you guys can see what our kind of seeds are. So here's the next one. Me versus Nolgath. Now I need to know. I have no idea what maps I'm going to be playing, so let's order them and put them to the top. Borderlands, Painted Desert, Oasis. Okay, I can deal with that. Oasis, Marsh, and Watering Hole. Okay.
Let's start getting that practice in.
Yeah, practice. Like I have time for that. All right. Look at that. What are you asking? Was what cherry picked?
All right. There was both random and our opinions. Both went into it. So there's definitely some randomizing. Okay.
And Nolgath currently is sitting at the top 20. I'm not sure how that happened. What had happened? He's gonna demolish me. You think? I don't know about that. But yeah, these are some
close.
I'm liking these maps though. Borderlands could be a little tough. Painted Desert, me versus Loki. I think I can do it. I can deal with these maps. Not a single water map, which that's cool. I don't play set though, Radu. I don't know what you're talking about. Unless you're talking about something else. Maybe you're talking to Joe. That's what you're talking about. All right, you got those maps. Our next one. This is
I do.
okay. This next one, I think this player could probably be quite a bit higher than maybe what he's seeded as well. Grand Monster, and I saw Mage in the chat. And we've got Mage in the chat. Grand Monster, probably not. Grand Monster's a pretty good player. You don't see him a whole lot either. I don't know. Is he a vanilla player?
He's a vanilla player. Yeah, he's a vanilla player.
Okay. Yeah, that's going to be a tough matchup for
But he
Mage.
also doesn't play very much.
You're right, and that kind of knocks him down. Like, he doesn't play very much, and he especially doesn't play Titans too much either. So yeah, he could be really good if he trained, but not super high. Grandmaster, he's a vanilla player, Strange Mage. He comes on to AOT once in a while. He's pretty solid though, so you're gonna have to try really hard. Wow, you're just clicking and clacketing away here. If you're wondering, guys, you won't see BoIt on this player list. He was too scared to sign up.
Yeah, I'm too scared.
Yeah.
I'm retired.
I don't know about that. Harvey is kind of edging into Grandmaster here. Whatever. Okay. Where do you get? Yes, we're going to put all the preset maps up on the Discord. So in the channel there's a channel, what do we have it called? In the Discord, in the matchups, we will have everybody's matchups with their maps next to them. So that'll all be updated. We'll be getting to that as soon as our stream is done here. Make sense for you guys? What random generator am I using? I just used some random thing online that randomized. I don't even know what it's called. I just found a random generator and threw my list in. Again, the special maps do trend towards the beginning of the series based on how it worked. But do I have Grandmaster? Okay, we're ready for the next one. I don't think these two players maybe not quite as well known in the community though. Cheeky Repeater does stream quite a bit, and he can be. Cheeky's one of those players that is kind of out there as far as skill. Like, it seems like he'll play really good sometimes, and then other times it seems like he just kind of falls off the cliff. And then Gaboo is a little bit of I think he normally plays Loki, and again, it kind of has varying skill levels, which that's kind of what you see in when you get down to these level of players who are kind of the medium players. Is some games they'll play pretty decent, other games they'll just be like, you kind of wonder what in the world they were doing. So should be a good match there. Yeah, we're getting to all these matches should be pretty close. Cheeky Repeater, remember, he is different than just Repeater. You got these maps written down?
Oasis, Drench River, Anatolia, Frozen Wastes, Mediterranean.
And next one, this could be a good one. I know we've had my ISIS best god waiting in the chat. So here is his opponent, Machiavelli from EE, and he's again pretty solid. And we will order the new maps. These are your maps, my ISIS best god, if you're ready for them. Fields of Punishment, Midgard, Blue Lagoon, Ghost Lake, and then Frozen Wastes. And here comes Cam to join in. So, hey, Cam, you'll have to be quiet, okay? Yeah, no Anatolia for my ISIS. Seems like he played. Hey, if you want to sit over here, we've got Cam joining us. Oh, no, wrong side. I will slide over. There you go. No chef reveal. So, it's funny you should say that. Actually, let me write this in here. My ISIS best god vs Machiavelli. Hey, it's time to make a name for yourself, man. Make a name for yourself, SNP. Destroy Foxy. And here we got Chef versus PXX Nub, who is probably a bit of an unknown player. He plays quite a bit. He's just kind of average. Oh, Cam's going to go get something. And then Chef's maps will be on the very top. Here we go. Here are his maps. Tundra, Tropical Mirage, Oasis, Anatolia, and Watering Hole. So Chef, he gets seated a little bit lower than what he normally would be. Shh, just be quiet, okay? Because he's pretty inactive these days. Oh my goodness, I got an elephant in my face. Ellie the elephant, very, very creative at this house. But yeah, Chef, if he trains and plays a lot, he could be another one of those players that does some damage from towards the middle of the tournament. Oh wow, we're actually almost to the end already. We've only got 2 more matchups.
We are.
You made sure I haven't skipped anybody yet, have you?
Yeah, there's only 2 left.
Only 2 left. Here we are. Sun Tzu from EE versus Julius from Boobly. Okay, try not to be quite so annoying, Cam. He showed me his frog now for you guys. And then their map sets.
What's his name?
It's Froggy. Froggy the Frog. And here are their maps. Oasis, Drenched River, and Lion. Shh.
Oasis, Drenched River, Medit.
Watering Hole, and Frozen Waste.
Frozen Waste.
Who got buys? You'll see as soon as we get done with this, we'll get buys. But Shelty may have been correct when he printed them out earlier. This is Curious George. But hey, you're going to have to be quiet, okay? And stop running. Here, just stay here.
What is his name?
And I'm talking with BoIt. He's from Australia. And this is our last match here of the round of 64. Champion Anubis versus Hagrid. I see Hagrid in the chat. So these guys ended up with our very middle of the tournament seeds, then I would assume is how it worked out.
This is right in the center,
Right
32, 33.
In the middle, and let's get their maps up to the top. Oof. You did spell it wrong. It's a D at the end. This BoIt sending me these names with all misspelled. And no, this young warrior did not sign up. So I've got all of our matchups written there, if you can hopefully read them. And let's put in now our buys. So who do we have for our number 1 seed?
Sorry. There's 2 maps I missed in the entire thing. That was very start. Chemo versus Techno Cleaner. Did you write them down by chance?
Let's see. Chemo versus Techno Cleaner is the second one. That would be Medit, Ghost Lake, Frozen Waste, Marsh, and Borderlands.
Okay.
And who else did you miss?
That's it. I got everything else.
Oh, you got everything. Hagrid saying he forfeits. Oh, come on. You can win this. You can win this. And now let's real quick. So our buys, or our first seeds. There is some disagreement as far as seeding between just me and BoIt, so that's all right. Who's our first seed? If you could let the Chad know.
We'll go seed number 4.
Oh, you want to go? You want to go seed number 4? Okay.
Okay, we'll go seed number 1 if you've already written that.
Nope. Let's do seed number 4.
4. Okay, we've got Scotty at seed number 4.
Alrighty. Number 3.
Seed number 3 is Joe.
Sorry, Joe. Number 2
is Shelty.
And number 1 would be Norse. Oh wait, not Norse. Player. Those are our top four. Again, there were some arguments between all of us, but yes, player is number one. So the bye gets the bye from the first round into the second round because we had 60 signups. We had to have 4 players get buys or passes into the round of 32, and those 4 players are our top seeds. So number 1 seed player, number 2 seed Shelty, number 3 Joe, number 4 Scotty get buys from the first round directly into round number 2. Now, do we want to show the entire bracket?
I'm gonna put it in the chat right now.
That is the bracket for those of you who want to click and take a look, and I will put it up on the chat as well. Where are we? All right, here is our bracket.
So I must reiterate.
So let's just kind of look at the. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Before we go over this, I must reiterate. If you were 1750, if you put that as your rating, there were so many 1750 players, and I don't know who's better than who. So I clicked random and I randomized those players. So if you might have been at the top of the 1750 region or the bottom, and then might have got a bit unlucky. Basically, that's all I've got to say there. And apparently, I've misspelled someone, so let me fix that nice and quick. Just because otherwise, chat's gonna riot, and that's just how life is.
So yeah, here is the entirety of the bracket. So we're looking poor Hagrid. If he wins,
it's fixed.
Hagrid.
If
he wins, Hagrid, you get to play against the number 1 seed. So
the grand prize.
The grand prize you get for winning is to play player. Otherwise, we've got. Now, do remember again, double elim starting in the round of 8. So on the brackets, it shows this as a single elimination. In the all the way through, we're intending to have double elim starting with a round of 8. So keep that in mind. So once we get our top 8, they'll be able to lose once before they actually get thrown out of the tournament. But yeah, I'm looking at these listings here, and I need to look at me. Where am I?
You can wait. Let's look at this from a standpoint of who makes it through to the round of 8. I think that's the best.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Best way to go through. So,
player
in the top bit, we've got potentially player, Count von Count, or Shiny, Igo Heimdall, or Hagrid as well. Champion Uber Slayer. It's a very, very strong first bracket.
I like how you put Hagrid in there just to give him hope that he could make it to the round of 8.
Look, man, I wouldn't be surprised if he trains hard, gets some strats out. He's a random god player, so he's got the advantage there. Given that he knows what maps he's playing on, he can pick the strongest god for that map and feel comfortable. You know what I mean? So he's got the advantage in that regard, whereas you know that player's just going to play Zeus.
Yeah, and no, Zoopy, the seeds weren't cherry picked. We used that for organization, but there were a good number of players that we moved around their estimated ratings and edited them to be what we estimated to be their ratings, and then we essentially just threw all of our, we did ratings by 50, so 1600, 1650, 1700, 1750, 1800, 1850, and such, and then we just all the 1750s were just in one big pool. Oh yeah, the seeds are that's kind of pretty standard for tournaments. But yeah, I'm looking at the top. I think actually your bottom, the other player that could get in the final 8 from that first kind of part of the bracket is kind of a bit open. I mean, you've got More Champion who thinks he's really good, but I could see him getting I think Swiss Boy is kind of the dark horse of that part of the bracket there, because there's not a loser bracket until the round of 8. Otherwise, this tournament would take way too long. So top 8 on we intend to have double elim. Before that, no, because otherwise this tournament would take just way too long. And generally, what we've found in the past from some previous WLM tournaments is that the players who lose the first round typically just stop playing because they've realized now that they have no chance. So yeah, but yeah, I could see Swiss Boy because Hell's Ravage.
To be honest, I could see Swiss, I could see Hells, I could see Mr. Boat, or I could see Maiden as well as more getting that. I think it's pretty open, to be honest.
I wouldn't.
If More only plays Odin and doesn't. Sorry, if More only plays Uranus and doesn't prepare for, like, I don't know, Mr. Boat, who plays Odin and very strong Odin player, and wouldn't have had much scouting on him because he only plays EE. So it's like, anything can happen there.
Close that. And we do have some people wanting to get the bracket in, so let me add that as a command that you can put in the stream there. So you should be able to put bracket now. And we'll get that in. What are we looking at here? Okay, so now let's go to the next set here. We're looking at the second. So Scotty is our 4th seed that gets seeded in. Poor my nicest best god or Machiavelli, whoever vote for Camden. You're not in this, Cam. That's a tough. That's a tough one.
It's always going to be rough, man. It's always going to be rough. Like,
oh, you're 4. Yes, you are 4. Just like Skady, the 4th seed. Yeah, and this is where as you are the medium player. To me, when I was long ago, really enjoyed AO and played it a ton, and I was pretty serious about it, but I was still a medium player. These are the kind of tournament matches that I kind of look forward to because this is your chance to make a name for yourself. You want to be known as the next up and coming star. You knock off a good player in a tournament and people start talking about you. Otherwise, what do we got? Gold Lion, he could do some damage. I like Nyan Racing Cat. I would personally, if I were king of the world, I would seed Nyan higher. Brickhead down on the bottom.
I mean, as it is, if he did belong higher, he's actually got a pretty good spot. You think about it.
He just has to beat
Scotty, the winner
though.
of Gold Lion or Peter, and then he has to beat Scotty. I mean, you're gonna have to run through a top seed to get to that round of 8, anyways, right? Pretty much.
I think Brickhead down on the bottom has I'd say he's, other than maybe Odin King, but I'd say Brickhead is better than Odin King. I think Brickhead is kind of the main favorite on his little part of that bracket down there.
Yeah, maybe that one's one of the weaker ones that the randomizer allowed, but we'll see.
You got cheek, yeah. Okay. Anything else about that section of the bracket?
I have no idea who half of those people are. So.
All right, now we're moving on to the night. What is this? The third quarter. Oh, there I am. Oh, dang it! If I win, I get to play Matrix. Okay, I might make it to the round of 32. We got Shelty will play the winner of Sun Tzu versus Julius. Sun Tzu actually pretty solid. Pretty solid.
You'll be done.
I'll be done soon. Cam's getting worked up over here.
10 minutes.
Three-Eyed Odin, he's pretty good. Domitas pretty good as well. Shelty's got a bit of a tough bracket there as the number 2 seed, I'd say.
Yeah, that's how the cookie crumbles.
I think he does. Otherwise, on the bottom, Matrius is Matrius Dodd Fox. That's a matchup there that we might see.
Yes. I Kill You Die can also get through there fairly well. He plays very good.
Yeah, there's some players right there. Even I Kill You Die. Oh my, yeah, that's a solid.
Yeah.
And then you got ChronoJJ. Wow, this part of the bracket here is just loaded with players. Whoo-wee.
Is it new, honey?
All right, down on our way. This is the last quarter. It is. So we've got
Yes.
Joe is our seeded player there. Yeah, if you put exclamation point bracket, you should get your link to the bracket. Not bracket,
Bracket. No,
just bracket.
with an S.
And we've got Joe would play the winner of Chef and Nub. Joe should be able to take that. Chef could be good,
No.
but Chef is just pretty inactive right now. Then we've got
the Chesophilis versus Joe matchup is going to be an interesting one.
And then Chemo, our 6 seed down there. Grandmaster, Sensei. That's again kind of the question is how.
Who knows, man?
Yeah, what kind of Sensei will we see in the tournament? Will we see the Sensei of old? That link is for the True Loke tournament? Dang it. Hold on here.
I want to talk to Blake. I talk to Daddy.
Okay. Now it should be there. Sorry. Sorry, guys. It's fixed now. Oh, here we go. Do remember again, as soon as we get to the final 8, that's when you kind of, your players are kind of safe. So as you're looking at like where like as your top seeds want to be, as far as like once you can finally get a little bit of a breath, you're kind of looking to get to this round right here, the best of 8, because that's when the double limb starts and you can drop a series and still be okay. But yeah, I think bracket's interesting. I would agree there were some comments that with the way the brackets ended up, that Brickhead is maybe the true number 2 seed, and yeah, bracket did end up giving him a pretty beneficial little bracket there. But some could argue that Brickhead deserves to be in the top 4, but we didn't put him in it. You got the 5th seed. Yeah, there is a lot of good players in this tournament, so you're going to see a lot of good players won't be making it to that final 8.
But it can be guaranteed basically that only good players will make it to the top 8.
Yep.
That's another way to look at it.
Yeah, let's see. So let's see. Who do I have to beat to get to the top 8? So I'll beat.
I want sushi.
I'll beat Nolgath, Matrius, and Fox. Oh, that's all I got to do. That's easy. No problem at all.
No, easy, man.
Easy. Nolgath, Matrius, Fox. Then I'm in the best of 8, and then I would play from there probably Shelty. Okay, I can take that.
Shelty says he doesn't have an easy round. He has a bye. It's the easiest round you can possibly have.
Well, if Shelty does make it to the round of 8, he's definitely going to get beat by me.
That's for sure.
Yeah. Do you? So.
It's a frog.
Any other comments about the brackets?
It's a frog.
No. I think it's all done. It's there. This is how the cookie crumbled.
Daddy.
As it were.
So the matches start as soon as you guys schedule. So you guys, if there's people who want to, can play later today. Otherwise, for those of you, the first round is supposed to go through next Sunday. So we're going to have a lot of games played in this first week. And we're trying to keep pretty tight schedule here. If there's like people who got their next game scheduled maybe like Monday or Tuesday, that's okay. But what we don't want to see is having no game scheduled for a series at the end of the week. Then we're just gonna probably have to make a decision, because we aren't gonna start delaying this tournament for a couple lazy schedulers. And believe me when I say it, we have no issue removing lazy players. So keep up with it.
No matter how good you are.
And I say that is really targeted towards one good player in particular, being Chemo, because he's a pretty lazy player as far as scheduling. So Chemo doesn't do anything, we have no problem throwing that man out of the tournament. So Chemo, you are on blast. Anyway, are you going to? Do we have any gambling?
No.
Oh, gambling, yes. Yes, for those that are well, it's not really gambling, you're not really risking anything, but for those that want to get involved with predictions, I wanted to make it as easy as possible, but in making it as easy as possible, it's kind of difficult. So there is a predictions channel which I'm going to open right about now. Should be done. Yep. So you can join the predictions channel in the Discord. There is a $50 Australian dollar prize for the person that gets the highest amount of correct guesses. So if you look at the bracket, you'll see a game number next to each of the matches. Just write in your guess with one, and then dash the player that you think will win that match, and then go through the entire thing, and
But
and
how?
I'll make that note.
What about for the double elim though? Because that's going to get a little bit complicated.
Well, yeah, we'll get to that when we get to that. So,
Do you just
um,
want them to do through
just do,
the
yeah,
three rounds
just do
first?
them, yeah,
The
do
single
them
elim
as
first?
they, yeah, you can just do round one for now, and then do round two when that comes out.
Okay, so they
It's
can
totally
they can
cool.
kind of cheat then, in a way.
Well,
It's just
if you put in a prediction for a match that's already happened, I won't give you a point
right,
for it.
right.
Basically,
So what you want is to do one round at a time.
yeah. I mean, you can do more than that if you like, but
Why would you do that though if you could wait and see
why
who's
would you do that?
advancing?
Yeah, why would you do that? So, if you want to put the effort in and do it, there is $50 there for you if you get it all correct. Just a little bit of something for those that aren't, you know, uh, gonna win, basically.
um, so will there be some matches today? There might be. Oh, the other thing I do want to say is this is not for sure yet, but we might end up having about a $50 prize for a player most deserving, as in someone who does not place in the top 8, but in our immense wisdom decided that they deserve something for what they did, whether it be an amazing game or an upset that they managed to win or something. This isn't, again, I don't want people counting their dollars. This isn't guaranteed, but I think we might end up doing something like that. So, and then be awarded to somebody who doesn't win any money normally. So Chrono's favorite prize, but we'll have a few. Maybe me and BoIt will kind of collaborate and come up with somebody. Um,
We'll pick someone.
so yeah, so we're gonna turn. I think I'm gonna turn the stream off unless you got anything else. Just for those of you playing, take a look in the Discord. We're gonna be editing the a couple of channels. The matchup channel will have everybody's maps, so for everybody can see what they're supposed to be playing. We'll have them all in the matchup channel. So I think this will be a pretty awesome tournament. I'm pretty excited about it. I think we've got a pretty cool rule set, a nice prize, courtesy of our anonymous donor, and a nice set of players. So people like to see Mr. Magic joining, but the one kind of nice thing when they don't, since they're kind of the bullies of Age Mythology, is that it kind of widens the potential winner of the player field here. Because we've got our top 4 seeds, but there's probably 12 to 13 people that you could like reasonably say could win the tournament, which that's pretty cool
Sure.
too.
Daddy,
Alrighty.
how many posts did Titus got last night?
Oh, I'll tell you later. So yeah, I think we'll kind of start wrapping it up. These maps are interesting, and I do like the new maps too. I mean, you guys know me. I love kind of anything that's new, and the new maps I'm pretty cool. And I
Me and
think
you
it's
both.
I think it's pretty reasonable to expect players to do one new map out of 5. So I like it, and I think the I think they're good maps. There's maybe some that are better than others, but I think overall they're pretty cool maps, and good to see them in very strict moderation. 1 out of 5 games on a new map. If you're gonna argue about that,
Yeah.
then you'll argue about anything. So I think it's gonna be pretty cool. Otherwise, we aren't gonna set up an individual Discord channel for everybody. You guys can kind of schedule as you see fit. It probably would be easiest to do it on Discord. That way there's records of it, like in your chat and stuff. So that if we happen to get a dispute as far as whose problem it is a game didn't get played, we can kind of look at the chat or whatever. But that's it. So going forward into this, we are planning on kind of doing this for every round as time allows. So in our round of 32, we will again kind of go over this, and even though people will already know the matchups, we'll still talk about it, and then we'll also show the randomized map set for that round as well. You're looking for explanation point BGO, Mr. Viceroy. But yeah, so we'll try to do this for me and BoIt. We'll try to collaborate and do this for every round.
Yes.
And it does take quite a bit of time setting this stuff up. I know I spent a good amount of time getting all the randomized sets, getting the little pictures ready to put into the stream. So less talking, more action. Swoop, I didn't see you join. If you are interested, you could join at this point as maybe a reserve, but with as fast as we want the tournament to go, I would say it's not going to be a guarantee you even get in as a reserve. We want to keep it moving pretty smooth. So yeah, and I spent some time on this overlay too. So if you guys think the overlay is cool, I appreciate it, because I did put it together. It's actually kind of easy in some way, because it's just textures from the game itself, and then I just use Paint to kind of edit the windows. And I was pretty happy with how it turned out. The only problem is I didn't have any place to put the BoIt webcam, and we might try to get him slid in there. Maybe we can get his talking head in with us another time. So I'm gonna turn it off. BoIt, any last comments?
I will be streaming tonight, or like now. So come to my channel. The maps are in the matchup in the Discord thing. I think we have to put some permissions in there, but yeah. And yeah, that's it. And that's how good.
Is your stream host up yet that I can just send everybody over there?
Yeah. All right. It's Shoutcast Sunday. It is currently live.
Okay. What's your channel again? I am BoIt or BoIt TV? I am BoIt. Okay. No spaces, right? Okay, then we will send everybody over to you as a raid. So let's get ready for that. And we're going to turn it off. So thanks everybody for watching. And we also thank everybody that joined the tournament, that joined the stream, that'll watch the tournament. We hope it's going to be a great event for the Age Mythology community. Me and BoIt have put in a ton of work behind the scenes as well. And also thanks, of course, to our anonymous donor who made this all happen. So I'm pretty hyped about the tournament, and I think it's going to go really well. So thanks again to everybody, players, community, donor, and such. So we will see you guys later. We're going to see lots of streams, I'm hoping, for all of these matches as well. And some recorded game streams and live streams. So if you're interested in streaming, let me know. We would be more than happy to have anybody stream. Well, not anybody, but people stream. So thanks again for watching, guys. Any last words from you, Mr. BoIt?
I believe we are going to have a match already in the tournament. So it's going to be Chesso versus Ostro, I believe. So.
Cool. All right, well, I'm going to send everybody to your channel, and we can watch the first match right now, right away. That's pretty awesome. So for everybody watching, thanks for watching, guys, and we will catch you later another time on my stream. For now, go over to BoIt's and have a good time.